Hi there, everyone. This is Coach Sumant Malhotra from the team Prepzone, and I welcome you all again to an interesting conversation with one of our batchmates. That is Mr. Sambaran Mukherjee, who has been with us in the last year, and he has gotten so far in his career now that he has converted a few calls. And today we are going to have a candid conversation with him about his journey so far. Samran, why don't you go ahead and take the mic?
Hi, sir, and hello, everyone. So, little bit about myself. I am a BTech engineer, GEM candidate for MBA, and I am recently joining NMIMS Mumbai for the flagship MBA core program. Other than that, I had also got calls from MDI, Gurgaon, IB, and HR, and few others, but I preferred NM over the others because of Mumbai and exposure and whatnot. I mean, for the obvious reasons. So that is what it is till now. I have been working in Wipro for last 2.5 years, more than 2.5 years actually. And then I thought of why not getting into this managerial roles, because I have been interacting with the managers, but I was not really into the work. So that has been a main driving role factor for me to come into this. So hopefully things go good in the next 2 years. So that's it.
Absolutely. I mean, the B school journey is just like that, Samran, and you're going to experience a lot of new things, honestly.
Yeah.
But we'll let the surprise not be spoiled for you, so we'll not go into more detail there. But
Yeah.
honestly, I remember from my own time that preparing for B schools was such a tedious task. It took me quite a few attempts of my own to finally crack CAT. So, I would like to hear about your journey. How exactly did you begin? What was your experience like? Go ahead.
So, like talking about the experience of attempts, this was the fourth attempt for me.
Mm-hmm.
If I say by the number of times I have taken CAT, it was the fourth attempt. First
Mm-hmm.
one was 2019, the final year of my BTech.
Mm-hmm.
So that I took because my roommate was a very serious CAT taker at that point of time,
Okay.
and he said that the question paper pattern is almost like the aptitude test that we get in the company placements. So I
Mm-hmm.
say, like, I thought like, okay, fine, कर लेते हैं एक बार बैठ के देख
Sure.
लेते हैं. So yeah, I took it like, just like that. And 2019 was a 3 hours paper.
Yeah.
So I didn't give any mock, anything. I was not really sure of the paper pattern, so that didn't go
I see.
really well. Then
Okay.
next year was 2020, which was a COVID year. And
Mm-hmm.
since I was placed in Wipro, but
Mm-hmm.
Wipro was delaying the onboarding. So
Mm-hmm.
as a second plan, I filled the form for CAT that year too.
I see.
But then Wipro gave the onboarding call. I joined Wipro. Then everything was
I
sorted
see.
enough. I didn't really give that importance to CAT. So that
Okay.
attempt was also like okay. Now
All
coming
right.
to 2021, I thought of giving it a good try, like for
Okay.
the CAT. Now that was the point of time when I was not much sure of how should I start, or like what all
Mm-hmm.
should I do, and
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't have much people around me those who can help me with that. So
Mm-hmm.
what I did was I took some YouTube free resources that we have from many coachings. So we generally have it. So that I
Mm-hmm.
took for the last 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Concepts were almost clear for me because since the syllabus is not that critical for CAT, it's all about time management and everything, which I came to know afterwards, like deeply. But
Yeah.
that time quants was very pretty much easy for me because like engineers, quants and all these all are very easy.
Yeah.
But in
Mm-hmm.
the on the D day you get to know like आप कितने पानी में हो तब पता चलता
Yeah.
है, वो तो पहले पता नहीं चलता है, तो वही है.
True. True. True.
तो फिर like in 2021 I sat for the CAT. I got
Mm-hmm.
a percentile of 86.7.
Mm-hmm.
Now that was the time I thought that with this sort of preparation that I had, with a little bit of preparation of 2 months, that too from free resources and without any mocks really, if I am getting 86.7, then I
Mm-hmm.
think I should do justice to the preparation. I should be working on it,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel I can do better. Like without any prep and everything, if I am getting 86.7, that to 89 in quants, 95 in DILR, VRC is always weak for engineers. That's the generic rule, so can't help with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I thought of like for 2022, I was like I would be taking a coaching, and
Okay.
I won't leave any point that I would be thinking in future that if I would have done that, I could have done better, and this. So I didn't want that to happen.
Fair
So
enough.
for 2022, I was serious enough. So from the month of March, I start preparing.
Yeah.
I started preparing from month of March, and from the month of June,
Mhm.
I started giving mocks dedicatedly. Like every
Mhm.
weekend, I used to give a single mock till the month of October. November, I didn't give any mock.
I see.
The exams that I took was CAT, NMAT, SNAP, and ZAT.
Mhm.
SNAP and ZAT didn't go that well. In fact, ZAT in the decision making section, I totally messed up.
Okay.
Anyways, cat also NMAT I got 236. Luckily, I converted the NMIMS score with that much marks, because generally, I mean, 232 was the cutoff, and I
Yeah.
really didn't hope that I would be making it through. But thanks to Prepzone,
uh,
obviously Saksham Bhaiya was my mentor,
mhm.
and he helped me a lot. Actually, he's also from NMIMS, so he knows
Mhm.
what to do, what not to do. So he helped me a lot.
Makes sense.
Anyways, so and for cat, this year I did pretty well. Like from 86.7, this year I got 95.99. So I
Wow.
feel that whatever I have done, that clicked for me. Might not be very lucrative score to look at, but then for
Mhm.
me, where I was, I feel okay, fine. I mean, in the DILR section, it didn't go well for me. It was accidental section for me on the D day. I got
Mhm.
68.9, and that's why I didn't get any cap calls or any IM calls.
Okay.
My quants was 99.42. My
Wow.
VARC was okay because I got 54 last year, but this year I practiced a lot of mocks, so I think
Mhm.
that helped me in understanding. So I got around 82.41 percentile in VARC, quants 99.42, 82.41 in VARC, 99.42 in quants, but the DILR sectional, it didn't go with on my way.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, with that percentile, the calls that I got were MDI and IMT Ghaziabad. Only those two were good calls. So yeah, I mean, afterwards I worked on that. So that is how it happened, like this year.
Yeah, but still, Samran, I mean, going from percentile, which was in mid 80s, from there, a
Yeah,
jump of around 9 or 10 in terms of percentile terms, that's a significant jump still, right?
yeah,
Considering that, you still did not go for a full-fledged course, over a period of, I don't know, some people do it for 6 months, and people
uh,
dedicate one full year for preparation at times as well, just to
yeah.
crack CAT. Considering the amount of effort you had put, I would say that is still a pretty significant boost, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, yes,
So yeah, hats off for that effort. First of all,
yeah,
I think your preparation has obviously led you to something good, and I'm
yeah,
sure
yeah, absolutely.
it's going to bring good things in your life anyway, right? For all our viewers who are listening to Samaran's story, here's something to catch out of it. The boost that he got was based on his level of preparation, right? That is something inspiring, something to aspire about, actually. So uh, more on that later, but let me ask you another quick question there, Samaran. So we talked about sectional cutoffs and why particular percentiles do not work in your favor, right? So any specific tips would you like to share on this piece of question, like any particular sectional cutoff which you were anyway worried about, and it just turned out to be that nightmare again?
I before the D day, I was worried about the VARC,
Mm-hmm.
because like it was still my weaker sections out of the three. DILR was not my weaker section. In
Mm-hmm.
fact, I would like to say, like, the analysis that I did for myself.
Yeah.
So I started giving out the mocks from
Mm-hmm.
June, as I said. By September, I reached that saturation point. When you get to know, like, around what
Yeah.
marks you would be scoring. So
Agreed.
I knew my zone was 65 to 75. Okay. And
Mm,
I knew that my percentile would be around 95 to 99. It won't go
mm,
above 99. For that, it should be the 75 plus score.
mhm.
And since I was getting 65 to 75, I was pretty sure it won't come down as well.
I
But
see.
in that, QA was my best of the lot, so I was
Mhm.
pretty confident with that. DILR was the second best. VARC was the last. VARC, I was prepared like it shouldn't be coming down of the sectional. I have to make sure that it shouldn't be coming down of the section.
Correct.
DILR, I had done a lot of mocks, given a lot of mocks.
Mm,
If I see my performance also in the mocks, it was not very good as in cat, as in quants, because quants in every
mhm.
mocks for the last 5 or 6, it was above 99 itself. I mean the score was around
I see.
33 to 39. So that is a
Yeah.
99 percentile if you see in by score.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
DILR, it was around 16, 17, 15. My attempts for DILR was around 2 sets for sure,
I see.
if not the full of the 2 sets, because this year they gave 5 questions each, if I'm not
That's
wrong, in
mhm,
DILR. But in the mocks that were designed, they were 4 6 4 6. So I used to attempt
mhm.
1 4 and 1 6, 10 attempts. Two sets, but from them I used to scavenge, like whichever are the easiest questions I used to attempt. So that was my strategy.
Mhm.
But anyway,
Makes sense.
like this time I attempted 2 sets. Unluckily, I was in the third slot. One question they didn't even consider, for some ambiguity and all that. They didn't even consider. I attempted it for 5 7 minutes. They didn't even see go for
Okay.
the marks. And yeah, I mean, on the D day, that moment things didn't click well for me. But then
That's
DILR was in the middle.
mhm,
I because I gave all those mocks, that helped, because DILR was
mhm.
in the middle section and QA was afterwards. So I didn't keep it in my mind. When I started QA, it was
Absolutely.
again a fresh thing. Otherwise, I wouldn't have scored that 99 percentile. फिर तो कुछ नहीं
True.
होता, मतलब. Yeah,
That is
so
so
that
true,
was
right?
fresh.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's the same kind of experience, and the kind of preparation you do, it trains you for situations like these, where even if
true.
it's turning out to be an absolute nightmare for you, you just have
हाँ,
to keep telling yourself that, you know what, it's just this section here. आगे का
yes,
section
yes,
ऐसा
yes.
नहीं होगा. I
हाँ,
just
हाँ,
gotta move
हाँ,
on, you know. So
हाँ, हाँ,
that's
हाँ, हाँ.
brilliant. That's again, an insight for all our viewers, that this exam is not really just about how quickly you can solve questions. It's also about managing
So
stress
it's an
and
experience.
keeping your
Yeah,
mind cool, right? Absolutely,
absolutely,
absolutely.
absolutely. Life
uh,
experience.
Talking of life experiences, Samran, I would also like to understand, when you were giving these exams, and when some of these results were coming out, because not every result comes out at the same time. So there's a lot of talk about certain percentiles being absolutely fundamentally necessary for students to get calls from some top colleges. It includes even colleges like MDI and IMT, which you were talking about. So how much truth is there in that? Based on your experience, were you expecting a certain number of calls which you didn't get, versus were you not expecting some calls which you did get? Can you throw some light on that?
Sure, sure, sir. So first of all, what I got to know through this journey for MDI specifically, MDI
Mhm,
is shifting towards profile-based call. I feel
mhm,
so,
mhm,
because I have talked to few of the seniors in LinkedIn also.
mhm,
Below 96 with sectionals not above 70, it's
mhm.
hard to get. It was hard to get a call. But
Okay.
this year, I have seen a lot of friends of mine, those who have got a call at 93, 94 percentile, but
Mhm,
they have a very good profile. Talking about their ACADS and WARCX, their profiles were good.
mhm, mhm,
So yeah, like from this year, if you see, it's not like you have to be in that 97, 98
okay.
percentile zone to get a call from a college like MDI or
Mhm,
IMT. In fact, IMT has MDI, I feel, is a level up than IMT for sure. But then IMT is also renowned for its legacy. And
Totally.
a percentile above 92 is fine for IMT. You can get a call, but MDI is shifting towards profile based, as I feel. So I didn't expect a call from MDI with the sectional that I had for DILR, but luckily I got.
So that's again, streak of hope for a lot of our viewers, I'm sure, who are
Absolutely.
also probably in a similar boat as you are. And if any of you has any doubts or dilemmas, still feel free to reach out to us, and we'll be happy to give our advice on that. So on that note, I'd like to conclude this session with you, Samran. It has been an absolute pleasure talking to you and listening to your
Same here, sir.
experiences. Right.
Same
We
here.
wish you all the very best, and we sincerely hope that whatever we have been able to help you with, and our relationship even in future always brings out the best in you, just like today.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
Right.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. So with that, we conclude. All the very best, guys. Cheers. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Bye, sir.